Hello, I'm executive motivational speaker Anthony Giarrusso here to give you some excellent advice. Have you ever heard this sound?
Mom! Dad! I want to go too! Mom! Dad! I want to go too!
It may bring chilling reminders of the past. My advice to you, take your kid to work week. And I know that there's going to be some parents who are opposed to the idea. And I would always recommend asking your supervisor or boss first. Okay. But I do strongly recommend take your kid to work week, not just day, a whole week. Full shift. Your role in doing this is to make sure your child does not get bored, but at the same time is learning how to do the same work you do and being able to accomplish the same level of tasks that you do. This will help build a work ethic in your child, which, especially if your child is in middle school or high school, you as the parent may need to address this. And one of the best ways to do it is take your child to work week. Your child will literally be shadowing you, doing exactly what you do. Now, let's say if you have to fill out reports and you have a report sheet, you can have your child be doing multiple mock reports or fake reports, but they're doing it exactly like you would do if they were filling out a real report for the job. That's a really good example. Or if any other paperwork. Now, you may say, well, my job is pretty much all on the computer and there's really not much I can do electronically. That's not true. You could have your child take a pen and a notepad of paper and fill in the exact same information that you do on the computer, but on the notepad, so that child knows how to get the information just like you got the information. See that? So there's plenty of different ideas that you can do. And if you're more of like an outdoor work type environment, like in construction or landscaping, you can have your child learn some of the basics or maybe even some more advanced stuff, which will make that child a better worker, possibly in your industry or any other industry. It doesn't really matter. You know, maybe you're a construction worker and your child wants to be a businessman. Well, guess what? It doesn't really matter what kind of job it is because your child is developing work ethic, which is needed for every single job in existence. That's really clear. That's really awesome. That's why you have the whole work week. Because let's say if you work 40-hour shift 5 days a week, okay, your child will get repetition and will be able to be patient for the whole duration of 40 hours for that whole week. And you're going to see a rapid change in your child's behavior in how patient they become, because you have to be patient for the job, and then they become more like you, the parent. See that? And if your child is hyperactive, because I'm hyperactive, I'm very proud of being hyperactive. That's why I'm a motivational speaker. Okay? Being able to use that hyperactivity and put it into the job workplace will tire them out. Especially if it's in 8-hour shift. Or maybe you go for a 12-hour shift. I don't know. Maybe you work overtime. I don't know. Maybe you work 2 jobs. I know some parents work 2 jobs, right? So it'll be up to you to decide what is most appropriate for your child. But this is important for work ethic, which can be applied to their schoolwork, studying for tests, right? It makes sense. It just helps build character in an individual. It makes sense. Do it. Great. Another thing that you could do, okay, you could have your child practice doing business calls, okay? You could write a script for your child, or your child can try writing his or her own script, and then practice picking up a business phone, not really calling anyone, but just practice doing those role play events with the sales calls, because that will help your child in the workforce. Okay? And if your child has to pick up wood or plastic, right, you can have your child do that. But remember, a child can't carry as much lumber as an adult can, so keep that in mind, right? Your child's probably going to be able to pick up maybe half, maybe a quarter of what you can. So just keep that in mind. But if you're patient with your child and you don't need to build a house or build whatever it is that you have to do in a hurry, right, just let your child go at its own pace to move the wood or the plastic or whatever, right? Let your child complete the job. Don't just jump in and say, hey, okay, we're running out of time. We need you to hurry this up. Let me take over. No. The best way to do it is to make sure you have enough time. And even if it takes you, like another 10, 15 minutes out of your day, because your child's a little slower than you, just because they're not as physically prepared for the job as an adult is, right? Just take it easy. Just let them complete the job. That helps build confidence in yourself. And if you keep telling them, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, you're gonna lose confidence in that child, and that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make this a positive experience for the whole week, right? So just keep that in mind. Also, I would recommend, if you're working with a lot of different people at work, introduce your child to as many people, so then your child will be more comfortable speaking with people, and that will also help in the future with any job position as well. And possibly your child might start making friends with the adults and may be able to use that friendship to meet other children that they could be 2, 5, 10 years plus or minus, and you can still have friends and build a network of people. Look at that. Building a network by bringing your child to work and having them talk to the other employees. Building a network. So after multiple shifts of shadowing, your child is now more prepared to do well in school and any future jobs that your child may consider in the future, which is really cool. And let's say you might be like, well, I can't pull my child out of school. Well, guess what? You have the summer. You also have winter break, right? And sometimes the best time to learn is during the holiday break, because most people work except on Christmas and Christmas Eve, and sometimes they might take, from Christmas Eve to the 1st of January off, sometimes the 2nd of January, depending. But this is actually a really good time, since everybody's not really doing much of anything, and if you are working during the holiday break, this is the perfect time to bring your child in to get that work ethic. Or sometimes some people have like February break or March break or April break for a week. This would also be an excellent time to bring your child in for a week to get those skills. So let's go over what I've told you. A quick review. Bring your child to work week, not day, week. Why? To build work ethic, which can be applied in school and work. Different things you can do. Paperwork, filling out their own type of electronic report, but on paper instead of on the computer like you would do. Teaching them all the aspects of the job, having them carry certain portions of stuff, so then they learn the idea of going through the job to maintain those skills and keep learning new skills on top of that. The sales calls, right? Mock sales calls. And any other little thing that you can think of as a parent that may pertain to your own job. So that's really cool. Good job. Have a great day. Bye.